And welcome back to Good Morning Kenya. Now let's talk about matters as how sports can be used to craft cohesion through grassroots talent. And in studio, joining me for that conversation is Liban Guyo, who is the head of Peace Building, National Cohesion and Integration Commission. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Karibu sana. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yes. Now, for a long time, when we look at the North Rift region in Kenya, it has been grappling with matters to do with banditry, conflict, cattle rustling, and everything that is what you'd call negative. But then again, there's the aspect of sports now that is being used to foster cohesion, especially at the grassroots level. What is the role that the sports play in all this, especially in an area that is considered to be what you'd say a dangerous area?
This week there is Sports for Peace, particularly football, that brings together all the North Rift counties. That's the county of Elgeyo Marakwet, Baringo, Turkana, West Pokot. Those are counties that are synonymous with conflict, as you had clearly mentioned. They are very conflict-prone areas where ethnic conflict has been the order of the day. So we use sports as a tool to promote social cohesion and peace between communities. And you know, Kenya loves sports, particularly football. Of course, Kenya is known world over for athleticism, but you will agree with me that football is loved. You can see the way Kenyans, you know, coming out in thousands for the CHAN tournament. So we use that to bring communities that hitherto had been in conflict, because it's a tool, it's a soft tool, that can be used to cement relationship between community, to actually bring these young people, because actually young people who actually even fight during the ethnic strife. Yes.
Now, when it comes to this area and dealing with all these issues, and also integrating sports in enhancing cohesion, how do you see it shifting mindsets of the people living within that area in embracing sports as a way of coexistence?
Yes, number one, sports are a unifying factor because people love sports. Number two, when, you know, young people who are engaging in one crime or another, you are given a platform like sports, their mindsets, their attitudes will change, because sports bring that emotional connection. So especially if you bring youths from different communities, what does it really mean? You meet, you interact, you play together, you eat together, you suddenly realize that this guy is just like me, he's my brother, it's not my enemy. That's the message. It unifies communities and nation. And we have seen a lot of examples even all over the world that divided the societies and nations rallying behind their national team during tournaments. I could go on and give so many examples all over the world. A good example is CHAN, which we are hosting here, for example. We had a season of political tensions. Now we are hosting CHAN, and this gives Kenya opportunity to project positive image. And this has brought us together. All of a sudden, we have put aside our political differences and rally behind the Harambee Stars. And they have really gone so very far in the tournament. Yes.
You know, when you mention sports, it's synonymous with the young people. And also the aspect of community leaders and civil society groups. What role are they playing in all this, in enhancing sports and advancing it as a way to bridge the gap between conflicting communities?
Community leaders can play a lot of role. And when you say community leaders, could be political leaders, could be the elders, it could be youth leaders, women leaders, community leaders of various types. Now what happens is their help can come in different form. Number one, at the grassroots, they can help identify young people with talents. They can do the mobilization.
Yes.
They can do funding. They can kit those players, and they can give awards as a motivation. Yes.
Speaking of funding,
yes.
how is the government helping in these efforts in terms of funding these sporting activities in that region?
For this particular tournament, which is in the North Rift, what the National Cohesion and Integration Commission has done is to request the counties to kit their players and meet expenses like accommodation and travel. And for us as NCAC, we gave some small money to young people to motivate them. So each county, it's a pride for that particular if you want to bring the trophy home. So that's the role the counties play. And of course, National Cohesion Integration Commission, our funding is coming from the Exchequer. We also do have funding from development partners as well. So we have put this activity in our work plan. And we are going big on this. We are thinking beyond the CHAN.
Yes.
What is it that we can do, these very important opportunity that we are presented with? How can we now bring on board other players like FKF, the Ministry of Youth, Sports Fund, to really take, football to the grassroots, and not just football. We say sports for peace. In particular areas, football may not be very popular. But of course, generally, football is very popular in Kenya. Yes. But there are other areas, for example, in the North Rift, they love athleticism, isn't it? So we can organize that. And we've seen even non-government organization like Tekla Rupe has this foundation, Tekla Rupe Foundation, that for years has been organizing, runs, marathons in those counties in the North Rift. So we will identify civil society working in this area at the intersections of peace and sports, government agencies and the ministries, and even private sector, why not? We intend to bring private sector on board. Yes.
And in terms of sustainability, what are we looking at? Is this going to be a regular thing, or how is it going to be done?
I think it's possible to sustain this program, because for the national cohesion, we have to ensure that it's always in our work plan. And I don't think we will have shortages of individuals and institutions which will come forward to support the young people and the community also, okay? Like, for example, football clubs that are rooted in the communities, like the AFC is largely a Baluya football club, I think that's what it exactly means, the Gor Mahia.
Yes.
Those shemejis, when they meet, and
it's a big game.
It's a big thing. So this is not to make it like a tribal football club, but when communities identify with teams that this is my team, they take pride in that.
Yes.
And as a national cohesion, we have no problem, because we appreciate the diversity of ethnicity, of culture, of religion, of race. We only have a problem when you use those identities negatively. Yes, against other communities, obviously. Yes.
Of course. Yes. And it would be actually a very good spectacle if a derby between Gor Mahia and AFC is taken to such places.
Yes.
Because it attracts a lot of Kenyan fans.
Yes, the thing is, when during the match, you see the Isukuti that they play.
Yes.
It's also showcasing their culture.
Yes.
So it's a blend of cultures coming together.
Yeah.
The Luo brothers will also be showcasing their culture. And that's exactly what we are doing in the North Rift. As the tournament and the football inaendelea, the culture pia inaendelea in a very subtle way. It's a soft tool, subtle but very, very powerful. Yes.
How do you see it impacting development within those areas?
Yes, because it's going to shift the mindset. These young people suddenly they get busy with something that might end up changing their life for good. I really want at this juncture to appreciate our president for the role he has played in encouraging and motivating the players. Suddenly, those young people who could probably hardly afford transport to the stadium where, for their clubs, they're now 5-point-something million richer, and maybe now they have 2-bedroom house or so. That really means a lot. I've been visiting informal settlements, and things have shifted, man. Yes.
So there's an impact,
yeah,
motivation.
Yes, it is. It is.
And we really have talent.
Very positively, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the talent is out there. They're everywhere. It's not just, of course, football is Western Kenya a lot of time.
Yes.
But I can tell you, if we now have those academies in different places, and Nur Mohammed, who is in charge of a sports fund, is doing a great job. We have in Garbatula now a talent academy, I think in different counties. So now, as far as football is concerned, the ball is in Hussein Mohammed and team. So that those areas with serious potential is exploited. Wajir is one of the counties in Kenya that are actually producing serious footballers. I remember in 1997, the Fabish team, the famous Fabish team, there's a guy called Abdikadir Galgalo was playing in the Bundesliga second division. Kenyans didn't get opportunity to see him, but Fabish has brought him as a striker, but he got injured in the training. In northern Kenya, for example, the county of Isiolo and Marsabit, I do believe we have serious runners there, because those communities strangle the border. On the other side of Ethiopia, they are called Oromo. These are the runners who are competing with Kenyans. And the Boranas in Kenya are what are referred to as Oromo in Ethiopia. So they're the same people. It's a matter of availing opportunities to people, and you will see that we have everything as a country. Yes.
And in terms of challenges, what do you see as the biggest challenges that would hinder effective implementation of using sports as a way to deal with conflict?
I think the main challenge is, as you clearly mentioned, the sustainability of the program, because it also involves costs. Number two is obviously this challenge to do with now the coaching. If it's athletes, issues of football, the coaches and all that. Okay. So do we have enough officials, coaches and referees to be able to officiate those matches? Then the other thing is now the stadiums. You see many counties have started constructing stadiums, but do they finish on time? So they are an ISO out there. I don't want to mention the counties, but I have no problem even mentioning them. Almost, all the 47 counties, each one of them have attempted to build a stadium, which they abandoned midway. So that's one of the biggest challenges. Those infrastructure for sports, the infrastructure for sports should be finished on time, and should be required standard. Yes.
Which also calls for leaders from these regions to really consider these facilities, because it also enhances sports tourism.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's a sport tourism. And yeah, exactly.
In terms of looking at, you mentioned Tekla Rupe, she has a foundation there.
Yes.
But then again, we also have Eliud Kipchoge.
Yes.
We have the likes of Faith Kipyegon and others who are world-class athletes.
Yes.
How can their stories be used to inspire hope, especially for people within these regions?
You see, like Eldoret is the home of champions.
Yes.
Talents from this region, they shine not just on the national stage, but also on the global stage. And when they do that, they make us pride. And, you know, all of us now celebrate them.
Yes.
For me, I think, and they're already doing it, is those who have been successful. Those are the ambassadors. For us as an NCAC, we can use people who had excelled in various sports, and we've done it in the past, as our peace and cohesion ambassadors. For example, we have goodwill ambassadors program, and one of our goodwill ambassador was Kadrin Dereba.
Yes.
And she doesn't need any introduction, you know. She's a marathoner, and I think she's fantastic. She's done a lot for this country. So us as NCAC or even the counties, they can use those individuals who had excelled in various sports as ambassadors. So yes, and it's a way of also giving back. I think what Ndereba has done is, you know, she's giving back to the community by organizing those tournaments, and out of those tournaments, talents will emerge that will go and compete at the national level and become something globally. Yes.
But even as that is happening, how do you see young people embracing this move, especially within that area?
What we had noticed immediately is a reduction on the negative stereotype that they have of each other.
Yes.
Prejudice, and of course also ignorance. You know, the issue is that why I say ignorance, it's only politicians who have this opportunity to get to know Kenya and Kenyans, because they have opportunity to go all everywhere in Kenya. Kenyans live in different regions, and our regions in most cases reflect the ethnic group that's dominant in this region. There are Kenyans who have not traveled outside their home counties, especially now that we have counties, and this is one of the major concerns that we have as a National Cohesion and Integration Commission, is that you go to a school, let's say in Isiolo, called Wabera Primary School, and then you go to Isiolo Girls or Isiolo Boys, and there's a KMTC there, and then you get admitted to KMTC in Isiolo, and then you get employed in one of the hospitals in the county of Isiolo, and you stay there, you marry there. What is your worldview? Okay, your worldview is Isiolo, isn't it? Yes. You suffer from a disease called villangitis. So what we want to encourage is these tournaments to be even inter-county, so that you know, you compete across the counties. And when I said, then coming back to my earlier point of ignorance, one of the things that structural causes of violence, the ignorance. If you do not know the person, you've not interacted with this person, with this community, you will always believe what you are told, what this community is. But the moment now you had opportunity to interact, particularly young people, they will meet in national schools, like Alliance, those national schools that bring, you know, public universities or private universities. People come to Nairobi, this is where there's opportunity for jobs, for education and all that. Now in the process now you get to know Kenyans from other ethnic backgrounds. And that's why those people who had the opportunity to go national schools are nationalists. So it actually fights those structural causes of conflict, like negative stereotypes, prejudice, and ignorance. Yes.
Indeed. Now, looking ahead into the future, do you believe that if sports, or we invest in sports, it could gradually reduce cases of conflict and also enhancing coexistence, especially in areas that are prone to banditry and conflicts?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. It's one of the tools that can actually bring Kenyans together across ethnic, religious, race, and political lines. Football, famous, archery in North Rift, you know, very famous, bullfighting in Western. You know, sports are of different types. All we need to do is to just identify which sports is popular in particular areas or counties. And then and it can also be exported elsewhere. See, these bulls are available. They are not just in Western Kenya. Yeah. So they can sell those culture elsewhere also. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Your final word.
Yes.
Your final word.
My final word is that we've seen the power of sports. Sports can be used as a unifier. Sports can be used as a tool to build peace and cohesion. Sports can be used to project a positive image of a nation. We've seen what rugby 1995 has done to South Africa. We've seen in Western Africa, in Cote d'Ivoire, in Ivory Coast, when they had that serious civil war, the South and the North, how Didier Drogba and his team shined at the continental stages and rallied the Ivorians. Yes. So for me, this is a very big opportunity. Kenya must focus beyond CHAN. We must not drop the ball. We must ensure that there are enough facilities for young people at the grassroots. Yes. And we can actually use sports to promote peace and patriotism in our country. Yes,
indeed. Thank you so much for coming and talking about matters cohesion, especially in an area that is prone to banditry and conflict. That is Liban Guyo, who is the head of peace building at NCIC. This is where this conversation ends. But don't go too far. Good Morning Kenya continues shortly. My name is Mike.